If you've got an ED problem, now you can get generic or herbal blue pills for as little as $2 a pill from Steelman Pills.
800-525-8891. That's 800-525-8891.
Time now for Pro Football Fast Break. The show that brings you unfiltered, unapologetic, opinionated, pure pro football talk. Now let's go to the guys with this week's show.
Yeah.
So as we get started, it's podcast number 91, Tim.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. It's week 7 of the NFL just behind us, previewing week 8 coming up. We've got a full show. We've got news with Jacob. We've got Jacob's Lock of the Week. We're going to look at week 7. We're going to preview week 8. We've got a look at the standings. And we've also got PFB power rankings. Why don't we kick this thing off with a news update from Jacob?
So the 49ers traded for Christian McCaffrey.
That was an interesting trade.
Oh, yeah.
They're going all in on this season, aren't they?
Yeah, and they lost.
And the Panthers won without him, right?
Yeah, and the Panthers beat Tampa. However that works.
This team, the Panthers, they dumped their best player to rebuild and then turn around and beat Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I mean, that is
And then
insane.
the 49ers have Deebo, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, and Brandon Ayuk. And Jimmy G still sucks. The Chiefs traded for Kadarius Toney from the Giants. So, and he was a rookie wide receiver last year. So, that could be a good pickup. That could be a good trade.
So they're trying to figure out, they need targets from Mahomes.
Yeah.
Well, they got Juju.
Yeah. He's been good the past 2 weeks.
He has been.
And then the Eagles traded for defensive end Robert Quinn from the Bears.
Oh, man. The Eagles
added another good play to their defense.
And who'd have thought they're running away with it?
Yeah, they're clearly the favorites in the NFC. Oh, yeah. And the Jets traded for James Robinson from the Jags.
That was a cool move.
Yeah, because Breece Hall's out for the year.
Yeah.
So they went and got James Robinson, who's really good.
That was sweet. And because that rookie running back they had was playing so well.
Yeah. They needed someone to keep playing that way, and he actually probably can.
It's so funny how the teams that we didn't expect, and they want to keep it going.
Yeah.
I mean, keep the train going.
And then J.C. Jackson out for the season. Corner for the for the Chargers.
Make it worse for them.
Yeah, they were already not looking great. Now they lost one of their best defensive players. And that's all I got for the news.
All right, Tim, let's take a look at some scores from week 7. We've got the Cardinals over the Saints 42-34. The great Andy Dalton 30 of 47. 361 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions.
Oh, yeah. He kept throwing picks. I remember that. He threw 2 pick sixes back-to-back.
Kyler Murray, 20 of 29, 204 yards, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, the Cardinals story was a running back just a backup back that they had in because Connor was injured, and they don't have Edmonds, obviously. And then so they had this random guy in like Williams, and he scored a lot of points.
It's crazy. How about the Ravens over the Browns? Big AFC North battle, 23-20.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett, 22 of 27, 258 yards. Chubb had 91 yards rushing. Lamar Jackson, 9 of 16 for 120 yards.
That's not very good.
No, and 59 yards rushing. All right, this one is notable. The Panthers 21 over the Buccaneers 3.
That's the worst team in the NFL.
I mean, What is going on?
Panthers are the worst. The Panthers are the worst team in the NFL, and they beat the Bucs right after the Bucs lost to the Steelers.
Yeah. So look, guys, it's trouble in paradise in Tampa Bay. This is not happening. You know.
Did you see the Mike Evans drop?
I don't think I did.
So Brady threw, perfect pass. Mike Evans wide open, like most quarterbacks would have completed this pass, but it was a good pass, good route. And then Mike Evans, right before he goes in the end zone, it hits his hands. He bobs it up in the air for no reason. He should have caught it. And then it comes back to him. He does the exact same thing, bobs it up again, and then just jumbles it, and then it just hits the ground. And then he caught it and threw it because he was pissed. And it was like the one chance they had to score. Probably would have turned the game around a little bit, but. Yeah, they ended up not scoring a touchdown the entire game. That's terrible.
That sums up the theme of the Tampa season.
Yeah,
it's
maybe age has finally caught up to the ageless GOAT himself.
Something. I mean, at his
LeBron's still dropping 38 points in the NBA, but I don't know. Maybe Brady's not going to make it.
And the drama in his personal life, seems like it's seeping
which
in.
I think Jacob said that would actually have an effect or something earlier, a couple podcasts ago. And maybe it is. I mean, it probably is. The
Bengals 35 over the Falcons 17.
Makes sense.
Tim's on the campus of Georgia State University downtown.
Oh, do you hear?
I hear the ambulance every time.
That's what you hear when you live next to Grady.
Man. So, the Bengals over the Falcons, no big surprise. Cowboys over the Lions, 24-6.
Yeah, that's Dak was back. He played pretty good.
He played pretty well, but he didn't
go off.
No, he didn't. In fact, 19 of 25, 207 yards and a touchdown. I mean, it's respectable.
Yeah, no, he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't make any mistakes. He completed most of his passes, scored a touchdown, and they won the game. So, pretty good comeback game.
Big story, Giants 23 over the Jags 17.
Yeah.
Giants keep rolling.
They're winning games, just like the Eagles.
By the way, coming up next, we're going to go over the standings and just look at, where things are at this point in the season. But the Giants, you're going to see, are just killing it.
Yeah.
How about this one? I know you've studied this a little bit. The Commanders 23 over the Packers 21.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. No, I mean, what the hell? Rodgers and Brady.
Yeah.
Having trouble.
It's crazy. The Titans and Colts, there's an AFC South showdown. Titans 19, Colts 10.
Hey, I predicted that one.
No big surprise.
So. Yeah.
You did predict.
Matt Ryan got benched, though. Matt Ryan got benched.
So that's interesting.
For some bum. I forget who, but he got benched. And, very bad.
Derrick Henry, 128 yards. So if he rushes, they win, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it should be.
The Raiders got an easy win finally over the Texans, 38-20.
Yeah. Finally, they beat a terrible team.
Derek Carr, 21-27. That's pretty good. 241 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs, like you mentioned a week ago, he's just 143 yards.
He went off, and he had 3 touchdowns, I think.
Three touchdowns. Yeah, 7.2 average per carry.
I had him in fantasy, and I wasn't watching the game, and I just kept getting a hit on my Yahoo. Literally, Josh Jacobs scored a touchdown. 15 minutes later, Josh Jacobs scores a touchdown. 50 minutes later, I was like, "Holy shit!" Good thing he went crazy. He's been doing really. He's honestly probably statistically the last couple weeks the best running back in the league somehow, just out of nowhere.
The Jets keep on rolling here, 16-9 over the Broncos.
Yep. Broncos are shit.
Broncos are shit.
They messed up bad somehow by getting Russell Wilson.
Chiefs 44 over the 49ers 23.
Yeah, that was a kind of a big game because the Niners just got McCaffrey, and I'm pretty sure McCaffrey played.
So yeah, you were right. McCaffrey 8 carries for 38 yards. So he got in.
They didn't really pound him yet though. Just 8 carries,
And then we've got Seahawks 37 over the Chargers.
Yeah. So, I mean, the Seahawks won the trade.
Oh, man.
Of just giving up Russ for picks or whatever. They won that.
Geno Smith, 20 of 27, 210 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception.
Yeah, he plays fine. He plays good.
Herbert, 33 of 51, 293 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. He didn't play better.
Just threw a lot more, and had a worse completion percentage. But yeah, same, ultimately the same thing.
The next game, if we had a boo sound, we would boo, but Dolphins 16, Steelers 10.
Came down to that pick.
Winnable game.
And
we didn't
move.
win.
We moved down the field on that last drive. On that one drive, we were ready to. It was 10-16. We were just moving down the field, and I even texted. I was like, "Oh, we're really moving." And then 3 seconds later, he just throws a pick, and I turned it off. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. And last, the Bears 33, Patriots 14. I actually watched that game, and
I actually did too, and that was an interesting game. Because it was 10-0. Bears were up, and then they put in Zappy. He just bombs 2 in a row, 2 touchdowns in a row like that. And then I was like, oh shit, this guy's really good. But then he just misses everything after that. And I was like, I don't even know what to say. And the Bears won. So
he was 14 of 22, 185 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
And then Mac Jones before that, 3 of 6, 13 yards, and an interception.
Yeah. I thought Zappy was the guy now at first because he bombed one real deep and then they rushed it and then he came back and scored, bombed another one deep. And he didn't he's young, he might be the better option. And he was he's a rookie.
And here's the thing. They've now, I heard Bill Belichick announce that they're going back to Mac Jones to start.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see if that holds.
Yeah. I wouldn't have thought that Mac Jones would be in the risk of losing his starting spot already, but he kind of is now.
Yeah, it's something else.
He has it, but it's just surprising because we kind of thought he was the best of the rookies last year.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks.
All right, let's talk about the standings. Let me throw it back over to Jacob.
In the AFC East, the Bills are sitting atop 5-1. Yeah, we're surprised at the Jets at 5-2 and the Dolphins at 4-3, but we're not surprised the Patriots are 3-4.
No, and I'm not surprised the Dolphins are 4-3 either.
Yeah, so the AFC East is about pretty close, other than the surprise.
The only thing that's surprising is the Jets. Yeah.
Now the AFC West, we thought the AFC West, we thought
every single team in the AFC West is worse than we thought they would be. Way worse than we thought they would be. Besides the Chiefs,
the Chiefs are a little better than we. We were concerned.
They are better than we thought. Than everyone thought they would be.
Because we said, look, no Tyreek. I don't know.
Yeah, we thought that the Chargers should be insane, which is because they should. We thought the Raiders would be really good because they should be. And we thought Denver would be really good because it appeared that they should be. But now, obviously, Denver sucks.
Yeah, and so the Chiefs are 5-2. The Chargers are 4-3, which isn't bad.
That's terrible. That's terrible for how they should be starting, though.
Right.
They lost to the Texans. They've lost to some ass. They lost to the Seahawks and the Texans.
With loads of talent. They're a good team.
No, they're they need to fire their GM. Everyone needs to go besides the players and the coach. It's weird because the players and the coach, the head coach, that's it. Yeah. Just the head coach are really good.
Yeah.
Everything else must be so fucking bad.
It must be.
Because they couldn't do anything with Phillip Rivers and the good teams they had back then. Now they have the best roster they've ever had by far. And it's also, when you're just looking at rosters, top 3 in the league, and they can't beat the fucking Texans.
Yeah. It's bizarre.
What?
That's bizarre.
It's insane.
And we'll look objectively at the AFC North.
Yeah.
The Ravens 4-3. It sounds about right.
People thought I thought that they were better a couple of weeks ago, but they keep blowing leads, and Lamar keeps getting under 20 points in fantasy. So they're what I thought they'd be. They're the best team in our division right now, but
the Bengals should have about 6 wins.
The Bengals should be undefeated.
Should be close
to some bad teams.
Yeah, they're 4-3.
Yeah,
the Browns are what we thought, 2-5.
Yeah, they're shit.
Then the Steelers are 2-5. They should at least be
3. At least have 3 wins.
3 or 4 wins. And we know we talked about why. And then in the AFC South, a couple weeks ago, it didn't look great, but now the Titans are popping back.
Now it's actually what you would think the Titans are the only good team in the AFC South. The rest of those teams, Texans, Jags, and Colts are fucking terrible.
Bad.
Like so bad.
Yeah.
That is by far the worst division in football.
And then over in the NFC, the fun division is the NFC East. It went from the NFC least 2 years ago to Eagles 6-0, Giants 6-1, Cowboys 5-2, Commanders even at 3-4.
Yeah. That's more wins than some people probably thought they would even have the whole year. So
probably. And then the NFC West, this one's crazy. This one's the craziest. Seahawks at 4-3 with getting rid of all their players.
Yeah. Geno Smith at quarterback.
Rebuilding, and they're loaded with draft picks for next year. The Rams, ridiculous. 3-3 for the Super Bowl champs.
Suck which
terrible.
Makes no sense. Yeah.
The Niners at 3-4. This was their chance to win the division.
Yep.
And then Kyler Murray, 3-4.
Yeah, they're bad too.
So NFC West is insane.
The NFC West makes no sense. The AFC West sort of makes no sense.
The NFC North, what makes sense is the Lions at 1-5, right where they should be. The Bears at 3-4 makes sense.
Yep. They have more wins than they should, maybe, but
probably. The Packers at 3-4 is way underperforming.
That's bad. That's really bad. And it's literally only because Rodgers receivers cannot catch anything. They're down. Your receiver's probably dropping it. You hit someone wide open on a deep pass, he's probably dropping it. So you're not going to win when the most important throws of the game are being dropped.
And you heard Rodgers on Pat McAfee's show making waves. He's saying, basically, he was saying that they don't have the players.
Yeah,
calling out the GM and the coach.
Yeah,
they don't have players.
Their best receiver they have for him is Sammy Watkins, who shouldn't be on a team.
Like, what did they think? We have Aaron Rodgers, so we can just put no one around him and he'll always win.
He's already mad you drafted a quarterback in the first round. Then you go into this season and you draft like a corner or something in the first round. The
Packers administration is just doing a terrible job.
Yeah, they're idiots. They have the best quarterback in the league who's back-to-back MVPs, gets into the NFC Championship every year, and they won't give him a number one. They won't give him a number 3 fucking receiver. Sammy Watkins, it would suck if he was your number 3 receiver.
What's sad is he should have left. He should have left that team.
Yeah, he should have gone to the Steelers.
Literally. Or
it only
Raiders?
Makes sense. The Steelers. They're the one that didn't have the quarterback.
Yeah. Right.
They have a great defense. They have a amazing coach, one of the best ever. They have 3 insanely talented receivers, an insanely talented running back. But he decided to throw to Romeo Doubs and Sammy Watkins.
You know, it was surprising. He just decided to stay, and it's not going to do him well.
Yeah,
serve him well.
He probably didn't think that they were so fucked that they wouldn't get him a receiver either.
I know.
Well, people were already complaining about his help when he had Adams still.
Right.
And now he doesn't even have him.
You took away the best receiver in the NFL.
And then replaced him with no one. Sammy Watkins.
Well, we got Rodgers. We'll be all right. No.
You would be if these receivers that suck could even catch. If they could catch, this wouldn't even be a conversation. But they're so bad that they shouldn't be third string. None of them are good enough to be a third string receiver on a good team.
And I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, they better draft next. He's not getting any younger.
Well, they could trade for OBJ and then use him in like 5 months.
Yeah.
Or like 2 months. That's really it. They could trade for Claypool. They already tried to trade for Claypool, actually.
They've got to do something. And this year's done, but they got to figure out next year.
Teams are trying to trade because they think the Steelers are going to tank. Maybe teams are trying to get Cam Hayward from us, and we immediately said no. We won't even think about negotiating with you for Cam Hayward.
Right.
And I was like, damn, it might be kind of dumb to not think about it.
I know it's tempting because he's still at it. He's at his peak, but he's old.
He's still top 3 at his position, but he's old and he's not a top 2 defender on our team.
And we're not going anywhere this year.
We don't really need him. If we could get if we could get a top 3 O lineman for him,
Yeah.
then just like someone who's like average at his position, it might honestly do us better.
I know, but it just be.
But no, you don't get rid of Cam Hayward. You're not winning. You're not going to get anything back for him that's going to make you win any games. So
no, not this year.
No, yeah, exactly. So you never do that.
And then the NFC South: Buccaneers 3-4, Falcons 3-4, Panthers 2-5, Saints 2-5.
Yeah, the only thing that's surprising there is that Tampa isn't winning the division. Clearly,
yeah,
that's a really bad division. Could be that one might be the worst in the league because the Titans are better than all those teams.
It's a strange year, but that's what makes the NFL interesting. And they wanted parity in the league; they got it, right?
Yep,
it's so equal. Other than
a
couple of standout quarterbacks,
two of them,
and they're playing like it.
The ones that are almost on their level somehow. Their franchises they're on are so bad that it doesn't matter how good they are, like Herbert and Rodgers.
That's it.
Yeah, those are the only other 2 guys that I'd say are like so good that they put you way above every other team.
I mean, unless you want to talk Kyler, but
I don't.
I don't think
I would never put Kyler in that category now.
The Cardinals looked at not signing him. Remember, they hesitated.
Yeah. He did. Well, he also didn't want them to. And now Call of Duty comes out tonight. So, good luck. Kyler's not going to have a good game on Sunday. Let's just say that. You probably don't know about this, but it's a joke that it's a true thing too. Every time a new Call of Duty comes out, Kyler Murray plays terrible that month.
Oh, really?
Because Kyler just won't stop playing Call of Duty is literally all it is.
Oh,
everyone makes jokes that Kyler only plays Call of Duty and refuses to watch film and shit, which isn't true. It's because he streams Call of Duty. I'm pretty sure,
That's
live
funny.
streams. There's this fake. It's a fake NFL account.
It
says breaking: Kyler Murray out for Thursday Night Football. Call of Duty Modern Warfare released today.
That's funny.
All right, so based on that, let's do a brand new PFB power rankings.
So got Bills at 1.
Okay.
Eagles 2. 3 Vikings. 4 Giants.
Damn.
5 Chiefs. 6 Cowboys. 7 Jets. 8 Ravens. 9 Titans. 10 Dolphins.
Who would have thought we could never have predicted that? That's just insane. Half those teams.
The Jets, the Vikings, the Giants. I mean, people thought the Vikings. No one would have thought the Eagles would be the best team in the NFC.
No.
No one thought the Giants were going to be an average, and they're above average.
And you have the undefeated Eagles at 2.
Yeah. Until they beat the Bills. I mean, I'm going with the Bills until they lose to the Eagles.
And the Eagles have the Steelers this weekend.
Yeah, and they're going to lose.
Or are the Eagles going to get their first loss?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, they're going to get... So, the Steelers are going to be that team that
beats the Eagles. They'll be the team to do it.
I can tell you in years past, the Steelers... I remember years where the Steelers beat a Super Bowl team somewhere in the season. That team went to the Super Bowl, and I was late in the year. Well, the Steelers beat the best team, so why shouldn't we go to the Super Bowl? It's doesn't work that way.
Yeah, we beat Tampa, but then the Panthers went and did the next week, so it made that win look like nothing.
It did. I thought the same thing. We were thinking, boy, we must be really improved, and then the friggin' Panthers come in there.
Yeah. And to play better than we did against them.
Yeah, those are good power rankings. And it's probably going to continue for a while until we see what happens with the Dolphins, the Jets.
Yeah. The Giants.
I believe in the Vikings. I believe in the Eagles.
Yeah. So if you're picking who's in the Super Bowl today, who are you taking?
I mean, wouldn't you lean Vikings? Buffalo.
Yeah, I would.
Well, I guess I should. Or is it Eagles Buffalo?
Well, it's there's 2 ways to look at it. It's like the Kirk Cousins. I'm going to trust Kirk Cousins in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I mean, over Jalen Hurts. And he's throwing to better people. They've got the better running back on the Vikings. Eagles probably have a better defense, though, which is important.
Yeah, it could go either way. I mean, are we looking at an NFC championship game between
the Eagles
Vikings
and the Vikings? The only other competition is the Giants and the Cowboys.
And I don't see it with the Cowboys yet.
And I definitely don't see it with the Giants. I don't even think they're going to be in the playoffs by the end of the year.
They're probably going to be the team that slides.
But I don't know if they can miss the playoffs with their record. They have one loss.
Oh, yeah. I guess they'll be in the playoffs.
They would have to lose every game, like so many games. Well, yeah. So they could easily have a losing season still. All they have to do is not win 4 more games.
I mean, it's still early.
Yeah.
In one way, our team, the Steelers, it's maybe a good year for these other teams that are emerging.
Yeah.
We have no shot, obviously.
Yeah.
Playoffs is probably unlikely, still possible.
Yeah, I'm just hoping we can somehow get 9 wins so that we're 9-8.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be easy when you look at the schedule. It's not easy.
We're 2-5.
Yeah.
What we needed was to win like the Jets game, and then we would be fine. We lost the Jets game and we lost the Cleveland game.
Yeah.
We were able to beat Cincinnati and Tampa, but the games that we needed to win, like the Jets one, we lost.
Steelers are 2-5, as we said. What was the other team we were asking about? Was it the Giants? They're 6-1.
Yeah.
So yeah, they could still have a losing season, but it's becoming less likely.
Yeah.
They're for real.
If they win 3 more games, they can't have a losing season.
Right.
But if the Steelers win...
The Steelers at 2-5.
Steelers would have to win 7 more games and not have a winning season.
Well, should we go look at the schedule?
You just have to go 7-3 the rest of the year.
7-3. I mean, I'm pulling up the schedule, Steelers schedule.
And then you're 9-8.
All right. So the Steelers have the Eagles this weekend. We can pencil a loss in there. We got the Saints, winnable. We got the Bengals.
Loss.
Okay. We got the Colts.
Win.
We got the Falcons.
Win.
We got the Ravens.
Win.
We got the Panthers.
Win.
That's 5 so far, in addition to our 2. We got the Raiders.
Loss.
We got the Ravens.
Loss.
And the Browns.
Win.
6. That's 8. So we got to steal one from somewhere.
You basically have to sweep the Ravens. We did that last year and the year. But once TJ Watt's back, we can beat any team.
TJ Watt back, get the secondary back, get the offensive line played better.
Yeah, they did play better.
If you watch Mike Tomlin's press conference, both after the game and then his Tuesday press conference, he said, we lost that game because we didn't make the interceptions and they did.
Yeah.
That's it.
That is why we dropped 5 easy interceptions.
Yeah. It was turnover ratio.
And then Pickett's, all of Pickett's bad throws were caught by the defense.
Right.
All of Tua's terrible throws just bounced off our defenders' hands.
Yeah. Hit him in the hands.
Way more bad passes than Pickett.
Yeah. Pickett was the better quarterback.
Yep.
But our defense held up well and held them to a low score like we needed. But it was the turnover ratio, and that comes with a young team. The Steelers are a young team.
Yeah. Yeah, we were running the ball way better, too.
Way better. So we're seeing the line get better.
But it's like nice. Like you're losing these games for no reason in that case. And it's just going to you over when you have your first losing season as a head coach.
I know. And it's
like,
but again,
we lost to New England by less than 4. Gunner fumbled the ball and gave them a free touchdown. We lost to Cleveland by less than 4. We lost to Miami by 6.
Right.
And we literally drove all the way down the field into the red zone and threw a pick in the red zone on the game-winning drive and dropped 5 easy interceptions.
Right. Honestly, it has the makings of a young team. You replace the entire offensive line. You're playing a rookie quarterback. You've got a defense that's second string. Yeah. I mean, it's the makings of a young team. That's what they do. And the Steelers have not been in that situation in a long time.
Because they're just like, oh, this is the worst team in the league. It's like, nope, we beat Cincinnati and Tampa with our shitty ass second string team that we've got right now. And the games that we've lost, they were all 1-score games.
And when you look at Kenny Pickett's stats, they're excellent. They're excellent stats.
And all the teams that beat us are ranked in the top 10, by the way.
Yeah.
Jets.
Right. Miami.
And Cleveland. Well, not Cleveland, but
Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo. Every team we lost to is in the top 10 in the power rankings besides Cleveland.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of shaping up the way that it maybe should when you're in this scenario. Now, a young team can get better by the end of the season, steal a couple wins. It's still possible, but
it's just annoying that we probably won't have a winning season only because of a couple idiotic situations. Like the Jets game, you needed the New England game. You needed to not fumble. You fumbled 4 fucking punts in 4 games.
Yeah.
The same guy, and he still gets to return it. We took him out 1 game.
Yeah, 1 game.
Great without him at returning the ball. Then brought him back, and it's just back to 2-yard gains.
The things we should be looking at is the future, and the future looks great for the Steelers. It looks great.
Yeah.
A couple draft picks. They're playing their rookies. That means they did fantastic on George Pickens, Kenny Pickett. I mean, the quarterback's key. They got it.
Yeah,
you got a good defense. Offensive line, you can't have everybody retire and think you're going to be fine, but it's coming together. Rookies are bringing young guys. So this isn't going to be a case where you're Detroit and you're in a 10-year, 20-year slump, or, this is going to be a case of a truly rebuilding team with good pieces in place that'll bounce right back.
Yeah.
And may finish respectable this year. There's our Steeler talk for you. We always work it in.
We do.
All right, when we come back, we are going to preview Week 8 in the NFL. Tim, you put your thinking cap on because you're going to get 1 second to decide the winner or loser of every game.
I'm ready.
No pressure.
No pressure.
And we'll be back right after this.
It's Pro Football Fast Break. The guys will be right back.
Now you can get generic Viagra shipped to your door for about $2 a pill. Get the same impact for less. Call Steelman Pills now and get the same blue pill for about $2 a pill. Call now for the 50-pill special and save even more. Plus, get a free bonus.
800-525-8891. 800-525-8891. That's 800-525-8891.
This is Pro Football Fast Break.
And we're back on Pro Football Fast Break. And it's time to burn through Week 8 with a fast break of every game. Tim, you get 1 second to decide the winners and losers, okay?
All right.
Are you ready, Tim?
Ready.
Broncos, Jags.
Jags.
Dolphins, Lions.
Dolphins.
You thought about it. Panthers, Falcons.
Falcons.
Cardinals, Vikings.
Vikings.
Bears, Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Raiders, Saints.
Raiders.
Good thing because that's one of Jacob's locks of the week. Steelers, Eagles.
Shit. Eagles.
Patriots, Jets. Ooh.
Jets.
Yeah. Titans, Texans.
Titans.
Giants, Seahawks.
Shit. Seahawks.
Commanders, Colts.
Colts.
That's a tough one. 49ers.
Yeah, these are hard.
49ers, Rams. That's a tough one.
Oh, shit. Niners.
Packers, Bills.
Bills.
And Bengals, Browns.
Bengals.
You could just 50-50 on that
really
one.
hard. Yeah, that was really hard.
It's a lot of tight games.
Those are all going to be good.
They are.
Bills Packers are going to be good too.
It's going to be good because it's just, a lot of drama surrounding that.
Yeah, even though what's probably going to happen is the Bills just absolutely blow out the Packers. But if the Packers were to win, that would make a statement.
Well, they sure need to win, don't they?
Yeah.
All right, so let's take all this information. Let's make some money with it because you know what time it is, Tim?
I think I know what time it is.
It's Jacob's Lock of the Week. There's a delay between us. That's why we can't get this together.
See, when you said that, I heard it at the exact same time as me, so that's why I'm always confused.
I got 2 again, and like last week when I said parlay Titans -2 against the Colts and Chiefs -2 against the Niners, that both hit easily. They both shit on the other team.
All right, so you got last week locked down.
Yeah, so I'm going to do another 2-team parlay again.
Okay, I better write this down because I did not bet last week.
You should have.
Money, left money on the
every
table.
bet I took on Sunday.
Wow.
Titans -2.5 against the Texans. There's no reason. There's literally no reason for it to even the spread to only be 2.
No, and the Titans are playing so much better now.
I know. Titans are 4-2.
Yeah.
And then the Raiders -1 against the Saints. So the Saints to beat the Raiders to beat the Saints by 1.
I mean,
the Saints have been starting Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
And even if they were starting Jameis, it wouldn't change anything.
No, Saints are a disappointment. The Raiders haven't played up to what they should be doing, but they are a good team. I mean, they have talent.
Yeah, definitely.
They're not a good team.
That's the thing. They'll beat any team that's average or below average. They'll beat them every time. And that's what the Saints are, below average. So, parlay the Titans and Raiders spread. That gets you 10 to win 26.
Oh, okay. It's another double, more than double.
Yeah.
I'll throw, if I drive to Biloxi, I'll throw 100 on. That's it. One bet. And I'll make 220 or...
You'll make 260 if you throw 100 on it.
If I throw 100 on that bet, I'm walking out of that casino with 260.
Yep, and I just threw 20 to win 52 on it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the Raiders beating the Saints by 1 and the Titans beating the Texans by 3.
I feel great about the Titans, and I feel good about the Raiders.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the one I'd be watching closely, but
the Raiders one is the closer one. Yeah.
I just don't see suddenly the Saints getting all great. And,
I know.
And I know that the Raiders have talent.
Yeah. The Saints aren't going to randomly play super good, and the Raiders easily can randomly play super good.
Yeah.
And they are actually like a decent team, where the Saints are just awful.
All right, there you got your lock. Go make some money, Tim. You taking this? You taking the locks or what?
It's illegal, so I'm not.
What do you mean? 18 or older? Oh no, 21 or older.
Unless it's Prize Picks, but I don't think they have those kind of things. So,
well, it's illegal in. Well, I could do FanDuel in Alabama, but I just drive over to Biloxi and.
Yeah. Well, Prize Picks, though, you can be 18 in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
I have an account. I just don't do it often, but I do have an account on there.
Well, good, because you would be burning money. Although, if you use Jacob's locks, he hit it last week.
That's true. Can't take his locks on Prize Picks, though, because it's like really weird. You have to do like weird, I think. I'm not too, I could be wrong, but yeah.
All right. As always, to make a comment or suggestion, you can email us, profootballfastbreak@gmail.com. Hit our Twitter feed at PFB Fast Break. And you're going to see that in the show notes. Hey, thanks for listening to Pro Football Fast Break. Tim, we have one ask. What is it?
Well, you have two asks.
We have two asks. I say one, but it's really two.
Go to profootballfastbreak.com and tell a friend about the podcast.
Exactly. That's all we're asking. Just two little things.
Nice. It's easy.
And you can catch all the shows there. You can catch this show on your favorite podcast player because we're everywhere.
Yeah.
That's it for me. I'm Don saying peace out. He's Jacob, but he left us earlier in the show, so he would say peace out.
Yeah.
He had to roll on to another project. And he's Tim.
Peace out.
Thanks for listening to Pro Football Fast Break. Be here each week as the guys bring you a fresh take from the world of pro football. Until next time.
Everyone watches more than 5 hours of television. Really? And that's not counting mobile viewing. Get Dish TV and make that time worth it. With Dish, you can get hundreds of channels, access to all kinds of sports, tons of movies, premium channels, and more. Another thing that's really cool with Dish is you can watch most of your favorite shows on your mobile device anywhere for a lot less than cable. Yes, that's right. We are asking you to watch more TV and not less TV, but make it better television with Dish this time, anytime, anywhere. So call right now and learn how easy it is to save on your television bill and get the most out of your TV viewing experience. Dial that number and I promise you we're here waiting for your call because we want to save you money and give you better television. We are Dish TV.
800-570-6630. 800-570-6630. 800-570-6630. That's 800-570-6630.
If you served in the Marine Corps, by now you know about the contaminated water problem at Camp Lejeune. If you were stationed or worked at Camp Lejeune from 1953 to 1987, you probably have a lot of questions. We have some answers. You could be entitled to compensation. Billions of dollars are being allocated to pay for damages to anyone stationed at Camp Lejeune during that time. Unfortunately, it appears that officials may have known the contaminated water problem existed and did little to protect their men. The Semper Fi code was not honored. If you or someone in your family has developed a serious illness, including various forms of cancer, call this Camp Lejeune legal support line right now. You can't turn back the clock and change what happened, but you can certainly call right now and learn your rights as a Marine. Here's the number.
800-961-4718. 800-961-4718. 800-961-4718. That's 800-961-4718. If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. Ouch! Well, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers. If you administer insulin 3 or more times per day or use an insulin pump, call now and learn how a CGM can help you.
Painless. No more pricking my finger.
No finger pricks.
Convenience. They delivered it free and they took care of all the paperwork.
You can reduce pain right away. Plus, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you spend more time in range. And if you have insurance, you can get a new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. Call now and get free shipping of your new CGM. Plus, we'll bill your insurance for you. 800-413-7619. 800-413-7619. 800-413-7619. That's 800-413-7619.